Hello, welcome to this Getting Started basic tutorial going over the features of PresenterMedia's SlideClip video maker. First, before exploring all the parts of the video maker, I want to go over something very important, which I will also touch on later in this tutorial. If you see here in the middle part of the application is your work area, and it will contain multiple elements that make up what your slide looks like. But exclusive to our video maker are animated title groups, which are containers for multiple animated elements like text, graphics, or shapes. These can be a little tricky to understand at first, but I'll use an analogy to hopefully help. It is like having a house full of kids moving around, the house being your title art group, and the kids being the animated elements inside it. If I'm outside the house, I can move the house around, make it bigger or smaller. But no matter what I do to the outside of the house, if I go back into the inside of the house, those kids are still moving around the same way as before. Now that I've explained what title groups are, let's now look at all the parts that make up our SlideClip application. First, let's head over to the left side of the application to explore the Slide Manager, which will be under the blue highlighted area in the top menu. Here, you will find slide previews of all the slides that make up your SlideClip video. You can preview your whole project as a video by clicking the Play All button right here. Doing this will play through all your slides, starting with the first slide and working its way down to the second slide after the first finishes. However, you do not see this actually happening. All you see is the video playing as a whole. As you can see, there are 3 slides in my SlideClips project. The first slide will be selected by default. To select another slide, just click on it and it will become highlighted in yellow. And it will also show this little light bulb highlighted in yellow. With a slide selected, you can see that all its contents will be displayed in your work area. From the Slide Manager, you can delete a slide by clicking on the trash can icon. To duplicate a slide, you can click on the duplicate icon right here. A more advanced thing to do would be to add a blank slide from your top menu bar by clicking this Add Layer icon and add elements to create a slide from scratch. But right now, we're just going to stick with the basics. If you want to know more about creating a slide from scratch, I will go over this in a separate tutorial. The fastest way to build a video is to select a pre-made slide from our slide library. You can access the slide library by clicking on the library icon in the top menu of your Slide Manager. The library is full of animated, pre-designed single slide layouts that you can easily insert to your existing slides in your Slide Manager. If I mouse over the slides in the slide library, you'll see that I have a preview of each slide in here. I will insert this slide right here. Now you will notice that the slide now appears in the Slide Manager. I can drag the slides up and down to reorder which ones will play first. Next, let's head over to the work area. Again, this is located in the middle of your SlideClips application. Here, you'll find elements that make up the slide that is selected in your Slide Manager. Now, we will look at how to change the text areas in your work area. The easiest way to do this is in the Quick Text Edit window to the right of your work area. You can see there are text areas to place my text. Each one already contains example text that corresponds to the text in your work area. And if I click into each box, you will see the corresponding text in the work area become selected. Once you add your text, you can click into the next text area or hit enter to see the work area update with your new text message. Now, sometimes when you change a text box, the text will shift a little, like this text has done in this text box. But we can easily get this looking right. Okay, think of the house analogy once again. This text is part of a title art group. To enter the house, or title art group as we call it, just double-click on the group, or with the group selected, click the Edit Group at the bottom of your work area right here. I can change the size of the text box by dragging on the middle side handle circles, allowing the text to flow longer. I can also make the text bigger or smaller by dragging on the circles in the corners or the top and bottom. Another way to quickly edit text would be to right-click on the text box and select Edit Text. After you do that, you can just start typing. Once you're done typing, just click off the text box. There is a lot more you can do in the title group editor, which I will cover in another separate tutorial. Now click the Close Group Editor button, and the group will now be one selectable element again. The next area we will look at is the layer list, which will give you an ordered look at everything in your work area. The elements in your work area can be selected from here also. You can click and drag layers around to change their positions. Doing this will allow you to move an element on top or below another. You can also hide layers, lock layers, or delete layers altogether from here. Okay, moving on to another part of the application. At the top part of the application, you will find the main menu bar for adding graphics, music, and also using tools to quickly arrange elements in your work area. We will go over this menu bar in more detail in a different tutorial. If you would like to add music to your project, you can easily do that by clicking Insert from the top menu bar, then click Music from the options. Here, you can preview by clicking the play symbol or click the plus sign to add the music to your project. You will not be able to hear the music until you play all slides. If you would like to know more about adding multiple music files to your project or uploading your own sound files, you can view the advanced audio tutorial. The last area we will quickly look at is the area at the bottom of our application. Here, you will find the advanced timeline feature for controlling animations. This is an advanced feature. You can learn more about this feature in our advanced timeline tutorial. In the far bottom area, you will also find a place to add music to your project. Down here, you will also see the Play Slide button, which will play the single slide that is selected in your slide manager. Then, next to that button, there is a Play All button that will play through your entire SlideClips project as a whole and include the music if any is selected. Once you click the Play All button and preview your video, you can go ahead and save your video from the Save button in the top menu. Your video will be ready in just minutes. You can either wait for it to finish and download, or continue working on other things and find the video finished in your My Custom Media folder for download. So that is the basic look at the SlideClips application. Thanks so much for watching. You can check out the next tutorial, Exploring SlideClips Groups, to dive in a little deeper.